are back after multiple resounding failures. So I have been advised to try and do like all the checks that I can, because we gotta get in there. This includes trying to use physical force on Measurehead. This is unpleasant, but I also want to figure out how to get up there. Maybe it's probably through the whirling in rags, right? Is that what's behind the door? But no, there's, this upstairs. Hello?
The door is closed.
Oh yeah, there's like a shower or something. This is the room Kim is using. And there's something new in my room? The door? Kim tries not to look at your broken down bathroom door. Oh, okay. That's the balcony. I guess it's for later. Hello, sir? Oh, yes, assuredly. Yeah, I gotta do my best. I do work. I definitely do not want to become a racist supremacist. So, hold on. Just in case he pummels my face in.
Your race descent has only worsened since I last saw you. You have really let yourself go.
Okay, man. Electrochemistry. This is all I got to make.
Your race descent has only worsened since I last saw you. You have really let yourself go.
It can work.
How did this happen? Your little fist is in his giant hand, and he's squeezing it. It hurts.
You must be out of your mind, degenerate drunk. Say it. I am a degenerate alcoholic.
Okay.
Good. Now leave before you humiliate your homoerotic organization any further.
Okay. I guess the police are gay now.
I'd appreciate it if you didn't force us into situations where I may have to shoot random civilians, because that won't get us anywhere.
Oh.
I'm not even sure the one bullet my chamber holds would even prick that hug.
Yeah.
There must be some other way. Let's go see the yard again. It faces the other end of the harbor. We're done with Measurehead here.
I might have to try it
The
again.
lieutenant groans, but doesn't say anything.
I need more savoir-faire. How do I boost savoir-faire? I need experience. You know what? I need to heal my morale. Where is the nearest map? Where is the nearest I'll fail the Inland Empire check on the Hanged Man again, so I can heal my morale. Oh wait, I don't know. Do I have a thought that's impacting my savoir-faire? I mean, I took those off. What if I'll go talk to Joyce, and maybe that'll get me somewhere. Because a resounding failure. What's this check again?
Hello again, officers.
Conceptualization.
Have you come to admire my mural?
My conceptualization is 6. And I have a bonus for my shirt. I can boost it to 7. But that will be later. I should talk to other people. I need to wait until like 1900 until I can talk to this balcony smoker. So at least I gotta pass the time.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with? Not an umbrella, I hope. I don't need one myself, you see.
Please leave me
Sadly,
your coat.
I need this one myself. It's hydrophobic, repels water. Almost magically. The company makes them for offshore platform personnel. Very sturdy. What I can do for you is answer some questions. Nothing like talking to pass a rainy day.
True. Lynching?
Quite a few things, I'm afraid. The information I'm to share with you includes sensitive trade secrets. For the sake of my employer, I have to ask for your names and badge numbers.
Of course, ma'am. We should have introduced ourselves. I am Lieutenant Kitsuragi from Precinct 57. And this is my colleague from Precinct 41. I'm afraid he doesn't have his badge at the moment. I hope mine will suffice.
How curious. Why is that, Detective?
Yeah, I lost
How
things.
can I forget? I was hoping your condition was rhetorical, Detective. A questioning technique. I have sympathy for your highly unusual condition, sir. And I believe you. But as it stands, I cannot share any confidential information until I've seen both your badges.
I understand the dictates of protocol, ma'am, but is there no way around it?
I'm afraid not, Lieutenant. These are my employer's orders.
She's a professional negotiator. She should be open to some sort of mutually beneficial arrangement.
Suggestion. Suggestion. I believe in you. Both my hands are empty. Come on.
She's an
Yes!
Just float a favor at her. Insinuate.
I will be frank with you. If I'm going to break protocol, I need to be able to justify it to my superiors. They're going to want to see something very tangible.
Rare purple success. Thank you, Suggestion. You're my favorite guy now. My favorite.
You're in, but expect her to drive a hard bargain.
Thank you, Suggestion. I'll never question you again.
Reports from inside Terminal B suggest it's a hub for the local drug trade. This is an open secret in Martinez. The Union controls the terminal, so it goes to reason.
They're profiting from this trade.
No.
The company has tried looking into this matter before, to no avail. Perhaps someone with your authority and resources might turn over the right stones.
So, she wants dirt on the Union.
Or you can recover your badge. Though if I may be blunt with you, it sounds like that may be a lost cause.
Detective, a word in private before we continue.
Yeah. Let's go over here.
This is not going quite as I hoped it would, Detective.
Indeed.
Honestly, I was expecting you to use your unorthodox technique to keep her off balance, and not volunteer us to be her henchman. This woman is running circles around us. She might have known about your misplaced badge all along, or she's simply an adept improviser. Either way, we've played straight into her hands.
Oh!
Maybe this is all her plan. She might have heard about you.
I wouldn't go that far. Her reaction did come off as sincere to me. I think she's just quick to adapt. She's a professional, after all. No. If there is reasonable suspicion, we must investigate. Otherwise, she could claim we're siding with the Union, or that we are on their take. We'd never hear the end of it.
Well, I mean, it's good that we know there's a drug trade, if there is any.
What I propose is, we ask her, then we investigate, briefly. But do not share the outcome of this investigation with her. We tell her it's done, and demand for her information on the lynching.
That's true. That's true. A little bit of subterfuge.
Oh, that would be fantastic, but do we have the time? The world is large, and your badge is 8 by 6 centimeters.
The situation might have changed drastically by the time you locate it. Time is of the essence.
You could request a new one from your station, but that would literally take months.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with? It's quite straightforward. Someone is using Terminal B to smuggle raw ingredients from the Samar and Isola into Revachol with the Union's blessing. Wild Pines has suspected it for years.
Ingredients for what, ma'am?
Amphetamines! There's a reason why this Martinez is so full of drugs, and it's because it's amphetamines.
Meth and dextroamphetamine, GBL, and various synthetic psychedelics. Honestly, it might be quicker to say what you can't make from the stuff. Yes, after they clear the terminal, we lose track. The actual production is taking place at various sites in and around Jamrock Quarter, north of here.
Wild Pine seems to be well apprised of the local drug trade, ma'am. Do you mean to say the Union also produces the product? Sells drugs, I mean?
We're in logistics. It's our business to know. And no. As far as the company knows, the Union does not produce it. They transport the ingredients for a cut. Yes, but you won't get anything out of Evrat and the Dockworkers Union. Still, every chain has its weak link.
The handoff. The motor lorries at the roundabout.
Precisely. Someone needs to move the ingredients from the harbour into the city. Once they reach Jamrock, they're distributed to a network of local manufacturers well beyond our grasp. But in transit, they're vulnerable.
There's only 3 lorry drivers I know
Perhaps
of.
you've noticed that a number of lorries are tangled in a traffic jam at the roundabout just now. Interview the drivers who are still hanging about. One of them might be waiting for a crucial shipment.
Her irises are light green, like the river Esperance in bright daylight, upstream where it's clearer.
I'll be explicit. If you find this driver, I will share company secrets with you.
That's probably worth it.
Uncovering Union secrets could also give you an upper hand when dealing with them.
Maybe I could throw the... No, I don't think I could use that to tilt the Hardy Boys. That ship has already sailed. That lorry has already departed the Union, the Debudars. Shit, that's not all. You know, they've left already. The dock.
We did. On more than one occasion. Apparently, there's some sort of inter-precinct disagreement about whose jurisdiction this area falls under.
We know the company has launched its own probe into the union's alleged involvement. We also know it's come up empty. It's not just the RCM. No one's been able to find any hard evidence.
Well, here's your chance, officers.
True.
No. We asked East Motor Track to raise the drawbridge. The road company is a partner of one of our subsidiaries. However, this is a limited time opportunity. Once the complaint has been processed by the trade committee, they'll have no choice but to lower the drawbridge, and the operation will continue.
The drawbridge, that's different from the waterlock. I don't know when the drawbridge is.
Thousands of liters of raw ingredients will pour onto the streets of Revachol. Not the east across the river, but the west. The vulnerable, the weary.
It's still a possibility that the lorries might all leave the moment the... I
Well,
only have today to
at
do
least
this.
this solves one mystery.
What is that, Lieutenant?
Why I had to call East Motor Track and beg them to open the drawbridge for me. I'd wondered since I first drove in, on my motor carriage.
Oh, yeah.
I am sorry for the inconvenience, Lieutenant Kisaragi, but we need them trapped here. This is a unique opportunity. I'm sure you understand. How do you think they're financing this strike? There are thousands of unpaid dock workers going strong for the 4th month straight.
There was a shakedown of local businesses preceding the strike. Many were squeezed to bankruptcy to fund it.
With all due respect to these desert cacti, the contents of a few cash registers cannot provide for 2,000 men. The local businesses can scarcely provide for themselves.
So if we expose the drug trade, we also completely explode the strike.
Precisely. Smuggled out of that very gate at night, most likely, then loaded onto lorries and driven to Jamrock. You simply need to find one driver who will open up to you.
We do? As far as I know, the Hardy Boys don't drive lorries. And I've only talked to the racist lorry driver and C. Lang. None of them said anything about it.
The two might even be connected.
Or not. Though, if you have evidence to the contrary, I'm eager to hear it.
As eager as I am to share it, Lieutenant, once the job is done. Yes? Excellent.
The jam of mystery.
According to my reports, there are at least 3 lorry drivers lingering near the roundabout. Hopefully one of them will know something. It may come to nothing, or it may just blow the case wide open. I can keep the drawbridge up for a few more days at least. You should have the time you need. In the meantime, let me know if there's any other way I may be of assistance.
She takes another long sip from her seemingly bottomless thermal cup. This is very, very useful. What's 65 to 100? Maybe I do want to, delay my advance into the dockworkers union because the Debadieu. Because I don't even need to go in there now because I don't know, maybe I can blackmail. No, Measurehead doesn't really work for the union. He only works for He said something about not really working for the organization as a whole, just being muscle. Oh no, he was hired by the union, but does not actually work at the dock, so he's probably not really affiliated with the stuff coming in and out of the dock, so that doesn't work.
More lessons in basic reality?
Whoa!
My favorite part of the day. Go ahead, ask me anything.
Jamais vu. Thank you.
A strange coldness
it
comes
up.
over you
All my
as
shit.
you look at the world. The waves sway the sloop slowly. That's all. The doubt is fully formed in your head. The alien feeling persists. Yet something's still missing. You have finished mulling over the jamais vu thought, but your conceptualization skills are not nuanced enough to make sense of it.
Glad to have been of assistance. The little that I know.
Okay, does it... Hold on.
You're back. Good. More lessons in basic reality. Glad to have been of assistance.
I thought that was gonna be my breakthrough. Oh. But you know what? The spirit decor isn't really that useful. Maybe... consider another jacket. Yeah, this looks cool. And I can see the tie. Oh, I should look at one of my ledgers.
It's the ledger you found in the trash. A cabbage of papers hanging from the board, with the permeables drawer inside. It's barely held together by a clip, then made complete by the faint smell of urinal cleaner.
I'm not gonna tempt that beast. I don't want to open the drawer and pass out again.
It takes about half an hour to piece one together, using the system you've devised. Which one do you want?
The square bullet hole
It would
murders?
be very interesting to read about these, wouldn't it? I mean, there seems to be a square-shaped entry wound in the victim's forehead. She's been sitting there for weeks, on her rocking chair, with a square hole in her skull, staring at the wall, her mouth agape.
So, yeah, what's the
That's
problem?
all you got. From the half hour you spent piecing it together, all you know is the entry wound was square-shaped. You never found the bullet. And then another body showed up, also with a square hole in his forehead. Who knows? Those pages are missing. What next? One day you may still catch the man with the square gun.
Sure. The couch.
Some assholes brought their couch outside and hung out on it. In the middle of the street, on the roof, on the hillside by the motorway. You know, at an unexpected location. They were young, and they thought they looked cool on it.
Honestly, that is kind of funny. Middle of the street, maybe not, but like, you know, other unexpected locations, that's kind of neat. I don't, that's pretty
Yes,
neat.
as you said here, insufferable rock and roll assholes. Young people are the worst. So anyway, you got a complaint about the damn sofa, or couch, or whatever it was. They were leaving it out in all these unexpected and whimsical locations. They took it to where they also took photos of themselves on it, and smoked cigarettes, and drank coffee because they felt it's intellectual. Cigarette butts, coffee cups, stupid couch. You had to clean it all up, and you did. So congratulations to you. Case solved.
They left the couch?
No, you didn't have time for that. These notes show that you have what is called a real goddamn job. You don't have time to be chasing down the couch assholes. You have a real job to do. What next? Not much has changed in the meanwhile. A bunch of sodden papers still sags from the clipboard.
That's nice. Lorry drivers, here I come. Racist. I'm gonna get you, racist. Racist lorry driver, what do you know? What do you know, racist lorry driver?
Looking for something odd? Come to tell me to fuck off again? Oh man, that's great.
Damn it.
Look at that guy go. Haven't seen anything that funny in a while. God damn. Thanks for that, but no, it's not mine.
He doesn't live in Martinez.
Of course. Ugh.
Oh, not much anymore. I'm here to pick up some cargo, but the dock workers are on strike, so it's a sit and wait on your ass situation.
Might as well ask. He might get XP out
The
of it.
strike? Oh, they've been at it for a while. A month, 2 months maybe. But this here is just the last week or so. Apples.
Apples is exactly the kind of thing you'd say if you had something to hide.
Look, as detective, I come from a long line of lorry men. We got ancient rights and privileges.
The ancient rights of lorry drivers.
Oh, I'm here to pick up a load of fucking apples, man. Just regular, Koiko-picked apples.
Koiko may be another derogative. For a person from Grad, you think?
Yep, it's one of their main exports. They grow him down South Yekokata. A beautiful place. Got great scenic vistas.
In fact, Yekokata is a desolate wasteland whose name literally translates to Zone of Ecological Catastrophe. It features no scenic vistas and supports virtually no plant or animal life.
Yeah? Says who? Then, I guess they grow apples somewhere else. You can never really tell with those koikos. They're everywhere, except their own homes.
He means the people living in Grad.
Yeah, you know, Gradniks, Gradvolk, those degenerates from Grad. Hey, if the name and description fit by the very grace of nature, who am I to say otherwise?
Saturday. That does feel like a good day.
Did you miss the part where I said they aren't here yet? Besides, even if I did have some, I wouldn't go putting my nose in them, huh?
Relax. You've got all you can get here. He probably doesn't even know what he's hauling, even if it is something unsavory. So he'd remain unaccountable.
Oh yeah, they're a big deal. My great-grandfather was a carter, had a royal license and everything. We've tried to hold on to our privileges.
A carter. You probably carried around carts when they didn't have lorries.
Sure fucking is. We have a guild and everything, huh? Very ancient. Very prestigious. Goddamn right. They've been trying to fuck us out of our heritage in the name of profit. But when they try to replace us, they'll regret it. Trusting street thugs with their goods is going to fuck them right up the ass. Mark my words. Generations of practice and no laughing matter.
As if that really works out, huh?
Drugs? They're shit, man. I don't let anything pollute my body.
He sold cigarettes?
You know where that shit comes from? Sarah Miriza, Safre, Ilmara. They take the money from our local junkies here and then use it to outcompete us in the manufacturing sector. They know they can't beat us in a fair fight, so they have to get us to weaken ourselves somehow. It's racial sabotage. Racial economic sabotage.
Narcotics are what? Narcotics are race war?
Perhaps it's good to agree to get him talking.
Oh, I don't go for that foreign piss.
That's bad.
All the booze is made in Mundi. Or sometimes, I like a dram of that Yugo-Grad vodka. Koikos and worse much, but they do no booze.
He eyes you warily, unsure how to respond. This goes on for about 2 seconds. Then,
Come on, spill the beans.
damn, it didn't work. You should have signaled you're a nationalist before.
Damn it.
I don't know shit. And if I did, I wouldn't tell you. What do you think? I can't leave the lorry unguarded. Stuff's been getting looted lately. It's those little kips sneaking around at night. If they touch my stuff, the bosses will be on my ass like ass cancer.
There was a bunch of spilled boxes in the back of a big lorry nearby.
Yeah, I knew that guy. He was an honest driver who loved his country. We were having a good debate about genetics at the Wheeling in Rags when some kip boys smashed his luck and took damn near everything. Lost his fucking job over it. Since he left, I haven't had anyone to talk to.
If they were getting drunk inside the whirling in rags, how could they know who broke into the lorry?
What? Aren't we allowed to say that it's the kips who do all the stealing around here? That's not rotor science, man.
Not rotor? Okay. I guess they don't have rockets. I wasn't nationalist enough. I needed to align myself with his ideas first. Eesh. Hey there, Tommy.
I am a gander and a hunter and a gatherer. Feel like a traveler.
The man mutters to himself, accenting the beats as he goes.
A simple little cadence. He seems to be making it up as he goes.
From another planet. Hey there. It's the jam, my man.
He motions towards the sprawl of lorries with a sweeping gesture.
The air from the east is thick with the smell of crude oils, heavy metals and other byproducts of the modern era. You could almost taste it.
It's a traffic jam for the ages. Harbor gates up the street are shut tight. No explanation given. Workers on strike, scabs agitating, an all-around clusterfuck. Meanwhile, we're all stuck here in long-haul limbo for days upon days upon days. Upon days.
Upon days.
Yeah, exactly.
It's official. He too agrees. This is the antechamber of the afterlife.
Feels like forever. Like I was born on this here roundabout and this was all I ever knew. Just me and the metal and the tires, the oil and the fumes of mazout.
Mazout is an antiquated term for heavy fuel oils. This man has a barely suppressed performative streak, or he just likes unusual words, or both.
Yeah, imagine. It's been a whole week already. So tell me, what do you need?
I need money.
Huh? Oh. No, I ain't got any money. They don't want to pay for unfinished work. The bosses, man. Yeah, it sure ain't good for me. Or you. I'd spare a coin or two for a city cop down on his luck. If I had, say, 4 myself. It's like, whatever's going on over at the docks. Workers got a blockade set up, making demands, no way in or out.
Going on strike would probably help you dodge a bullet or two.
Maybe you should. Cops don't get paid much and the hours are long. Plus, you can get shot. Why not?
The RCM is a self-managing organization that
On
operates on donations.
donations?
We promote our own leaders. It would be like striking against your own mother.
Oh, I had to strike against my
Okay.
mother.
But do continue. You were asking about the strike?
And
Some pretty
rights.
wild stuff, I hear. Like a giant new power crane in half the company? I forget what exactly. Good on them, I guess. I've heard talk there's a company rep in town, too. Like a strike negotiator type. They'd know what's up. Precise demands and so on.
Hey, I just realized both Tommy and the racist lorry driver have the same kind of thing up here. That they say that Tommy the man's thing here is meant to be like a driver's license picture, and racist lorry driver kind of has the same slight blue outline to it. Maybe it's got the same thing since he's also a lorry driver.
They want to keep that money flowing in, my man. Ka-ching.
He doesn't blame them, but he's not on their side. That's for sure.
Anything else? Yeah, this ain't really my area of expertise. I just do my job and get paid. I have things to do and places to be. All of us do. Us lorry drivers. Camionneurs. You still hang around here waiting for this mess to end. Most have scurried off somewhere to get drunk or high. Or laid. Not that I blame them, really. Not my thing. Chasing transient pleasures is a drag these days. I prefer the examined life now. Thinking, reflecting, observing.
He glances down the road toward the horizon, a glint of something in his eyes.
He tries his best to look nonchalant, but there's a rigidity in him, as if trying to conceal something warm and deep beneath a cool exterior.
The case?
He ain't one of us drivers. I know that. All accounted for. Otherwise, I haven't really asked about that. Been wasting time right here. Keep him busy.
It's easy to see he's telling the truth. He's kept his nose out of the dark stuff.
Analyzing the fundamental structural and psychological conditions of being stranded in the midst of a sea of motor lorries and their sad, despondent chauffeurs.
Ask for his conclusion.
Okay.
A sense of surprise there ain't more bodies hanging from more trees. Oh, high-grade narcotics, illegal firearms, stuff like that.
Relax. He's merely joking.
Ha! No, I'm joking, my man. Found runs a nice, clean business. This haul of cargo is mostly sporting goods. You know, tracksuits and that kind of thing. They usually get shipped to Grodd in the Occident. Though we've been making headway in the Il-Moran market lately. This rockin' beauty. Sure is. Like a rash you can't get rid of. You interested in heavy-duty cargo machinery?
A motor lorry, also called a camion,
Of course
on
I
Caillou
know.
and neighboring islands. This one looks roughed up enough to be some sort of found rust bucket. Maybe the A6.
Good eye, my man. Yup, she's an old one, but reliable.
Yeah.
Me and her spent a long time together. We're pals and all, but I can't just freely hand out the merchandise. The bosses won't be happy.
True.
Not unless they've illegalized sports equipment while I was on the road.
If it's going to foreign places, I just, I can't
The
agree with
man
that.
taps his fingers rhythmically against his arm.
Ah, man. Me and narcotics go way back. Had some good times surfing the psychic waves of my own consciousness, you know? But those days are behind me. There are other addictions in my life now. Why the inquiry, my man?
Yeah, I don't want to.
We have a credible lead, sir. Someone on this roundabout is waiting for a bulk shipment from the harbor to load it on their lorry and drive it to Jamrock.
Not me, man. No way. I don't need any trouble. Shit's bad enough anyway. This jam's got folks up in arms, and I'm afraid it's headed toward a conflagration.
Indeed.
Look, man,
You think that
I try to
means
stay
fire?
away from the criminal underbelly of Revachol. I'm a guest here. You really need to find another man to probe with those questions.
We wouldn't say he's lying, sire.
All right.
Don't be a stranger.
Time to beef up my empathy. And by beef up my empathy, I'm pretty sure I only have one bonus that will affect my empathy. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna work out. I'll look at that later. Well, I might as well give it a shot.
Stuck in the rain in a traffic jam, man. What's on your mind?
Ease into it. Don't go too far. This seems like a personal matter.
This is gonna be so embarrassing.
I'm okay, man. Just the jams got me down. The fumes, the chemical rainbows, the tarpaulin stretched on the frames and the dull engines off.
Maybe the full-on, direct approach wasn't correct. Damn, it's tricky business looking into someone's eyes and not doing it wrong.
Another news, empathy is very quiet. Oh, I don't know if... I think Silang is the other guy, but maybe this person is a lorry driver?
The small, wrinkled woman does not greet you. She nods along to something on her radio. A photograph is clutched in her hands, and there is a warm smile on her face.
Pale driver. Static. Looks like smoke coming out of her mouth.
The photo, an ambrotype from the turn of the century, as golden as her smile. No response wherever this woman is. Your words fail to reach her.
She's definitely a driver.
If you want her attention, you may need to be more forceful.
Double snap.
Where am I? Who are you?
Success.
Never mind. I remember now. I'm still stuck in that traffic jam in the 50s.
The way she adds in the 50s with contempt, something marks that as suspicious.
The men have these small jewels and everything is made out of plastic. Why do you need plastic when you can make the world out of amber? Back in Mecca, during the time of the revolution, the sidewalks and cafes are filled with the young people. I was on my way to see a new Boyadero picture starring Gabriel Buenguerro. Until you came along, that is. This is Gabriel Buenguerro.
A strikingly handsome man looks straight at you, his head crowned with a wide brim hat. His hair is dark as an oil slick, and his jaw the most perfectly chiseled thing you've ever seen.
He was the biggest star
Nice
of his day.
specimen.
Girls used to faint in the aisles of cinema whenever he came on the screen. And schoolboys used to memorize all of his lines.
In all likelihood, it's a world that's only ever existed in her mind.
Someone was. They are someone's memories, boy. What difference does it make if it's me or not? They're beautiful. That is all that matters. Beautiful and true. And they will win. They're coming for this, you know? All of this.
Who's
All of
they?
what? The world. The present.
The memories?
I wasn't dreaming. I was there, Loman. It was early spring, and the man behind the black sun had just come out. The posters were 20 meters tall. Everything was golden. While you, people, were tearing each other apart over your petty little revolution, in Methk, it was a golden age.
The Republic of Mesk is a massive confederation on the Isola of Muindi, the
Muindi.
world's largest state by territory. It's a petrostate, a constitutional monarchy, and, as of recently, an outcast due to its tilt to the far right.
Darn.
Why not, Harife? It's not like I have anything better to do in this hellhole.
She settles back against the railing of her motor lorry. Behind her, mountains of memorabilia, photos, and knickknacks line the dashboard.
Diamonds?
Diamonds?
Of course not. But wouldn't it be marvelous if I was? Whatever stupid things they put in the lorry, I imagine. I quit concerning myself with that a long time ago. Besides, I don't drive the lorry for the cargo, if you know what I mean. Then it's contraband, lawman. What? Do you want to take an old woman in? Be my guest. Lock me away like Bad Hand Hermenegildo.
Bad Hand, Hermenegildos' bad hand, strangled 300 people. What can I say? Some people just really like strangling people.
It's his hobby, you know? Some people just like strangling for hobbies, you know?
Of course not. To truly understand the boyadero, you need to listen to on the Western Plain.
A boyadero, boya for short, is a cowherder from upstream Magritte, the great steppes of northern Mesk. He is a rugged individualist and explorer.
Neat.
It's an old ballad about a young girl who falls in love with a daring boyadero. He promises to marry her as soon as he returns from the Western Plain.
And yeah, it's like, oh no, a cow falls on him.
Of course not. The boyadero returns from the Western Plain a changed man. One night, as he and his beloved are out walking along the river Maigret, she pleads with him to give up his riding and settle down.
In the background, you can hear the orchestra swell as the screen fills with the maiden's imploring eyes.
Doesn't happen.
So the boyadero strangles his beloved and throws her body in the Maigret. Then he rides off, because the Western Plain is calling to him.
Yeah, I didn't.
You have to
whoa.
understand. A true boyadero needs a whole horizon to himself. He can't be tied down by man or woman. His beloved was selfish. She didn't know what it meant to love a boyadero.
She's just a distracted old woman. We should maybe let her get back to her things.
So he doesn't think she's a smuggler.
You hear that, lawman? I don't think your partner likes you spending too much time with me.
Nothing. I just don't think she's connected to anything.
Are you sure?
He doesn't want your frail mind caught up in something here. Something unconnected to the case. But connected to this woman tuning out like that.
Something connected to her tuning out like that is somehow not healthy for my brain.
Oh, don't worry about me. I'm one of the best communers around. I drive routes no one else will. Lomonosov's Land, Udashnaya Zemlya, the Western Plain, the Transcatolia Magistral, you for 1A, Adestradas du Mirador, all the good ones, the deep trenches, where the bluebirds fly.
I'm an expert in blacking
You're
out.
right, Lawman. I'm the one who should take my health more seriously. Thank you for looking out for me.
A correct appraisal. You're quite shabby.
Is that all you woke me up to say? What do I need drugs for, Lawman? What I see, what I feel, the great adversary, no drugs can compare.
What?
Yes, there is a protagonista and an adversario. I am on the side of the adversary. There's no coming back from that hole.
Those epithets are familiar somehow. The great adversary, the great unrest.
If only I remember what the Great Unrest is.
Then what were you getting at?
Maybe if she thought you're corrupt.
Why would I want to do that? Lawman, what in the name of God are you talking about?
Failed plan.
Maybe. Probably not. Makes no difference to me either way. Just this month, I made half a dozen trips from Saramiriza to Grad. the U41A. What do you think they take from Saramiriza to Grad, Lowman? It's diamonds, Lowman, obviously. Easy. He's the skinny man who thinks he's a poet. Never trust a poet. Also, he's the only one I can see from here.
That's correct. There is no visibility of any of the others.
Diamonds are good for you, Lowman. You should try them sometime. Make yourself pretty like Eva de Zoras. Where do you want me to go? This isn't so bad. I can listen to music, or the seagulls. Look at all the colors and the futures of this world. It's a good palate cleanser, this jamboree.
The jamboree.
Or I can just relax and let my mind carry me back where it will, to the Great Plains.
I think we're done here, no?
Yes, go. Enough jamboree. I need to get back to Mesky.
She's weird. She's weird. I do have this. Oh, it wasn't a Motor X, it was suggestion. Ah. Something down here? Ruins full of snow. Well, the lorry driver didn't tell me anything. Because I beefed it. What about Selang? Selang? Does he know anything? He's a driver, I think.
Everything's still cool here, officer?
No. I think I screwed it up. Oh, here's the bridge. Okay. That lorry must be... I thought I just heard a knock, but... Yeah, his lorry must be losing all its battery power. Can I approach this guy again?
Looking for something, Hunt? Come to tell me to fuck off again? Isn't it obvious? Fucking Sealang, that beady-eyed South Samaran. His little side business is a scam. I wouldn't be surprised if he was peddling drugs as well.
Of course he's...
Of course he's a lorry driver. What? He tell you he's just some simple businessman or some shit? He's selling his employer stuff after he broke the seals on his Humanox lorry. His tribe are natural liars.
No.
It's in their blood. He's your man, alright?
It's probably...
100%.
He's probably worth asking, though.
I wouldn't be so sure about it. Not until we've heard what Sealang himself has to say.
Guess so.
Ooh. Alright, come on, bow collector. What you got for me?
The bow collector. It's early in the morning. The world is dark blue. The sparks light her face, a delicate composition of triangles. The streets seem to grow longer, like in a dolly zoom. And there's something in the air as you stand there and wave back at the shapes growing smaller and smaller. Something that has always been there. A great see-through world. The tenderness you feel. The ghost of Revachol between you, carrying your signals. The holy messenger.
Whoa! 3 shivers? Maybe one of my red stats is gonna be good. I think that's worth. That's worth. I guess I can talk to Sealang, even though he's only a suspect because... I mean, I knew he was a lorry driver, but I guess Baited.
Everything's still cool here, officer.
What is your stance on drugs?
Drugs? I don't go in for that, officer. Drugs ruin lives. Unless you're into drugs, of course. In which case, drugs are excellent. Mwah! Tasty, tasty drugs.
I love
That's
drugs.
very cool. A lot of the coolest detectives do drugs. Sadly, I don't have any drugs on sale. Or at my home, or on my person.
Sir, it appears to be true. No drugs in sight. Not in the box of sunglasses or under the speakers.
Thank you, Perception. Actually, I don't like
That's
drugs.
cool. Especially after you already said you're into them. All the coolest detectives in the movies do drugs. And are very conflicted about it. Still, no drugs here. That's even cooler. You investigating that and all. But I am not a lorry driver. I'm just a street vendor. I don't know anything about that.
A blatant lie, sire. Yet he tells it with such conviction. We'd believe him if we didn't know better.
Thank you, Drama.
Who said that? It's the fat racist, right? I bet it's him. He has an agenda against me because I'm an immigrant who works harder than he does. He's a hater.
I mean, that's probably true.
So you admit you're a lorry driver?
No, I just said I work harder and he's an asshole. I'm...
Realizing he can't get out of it. Smart man.
Okay, maybe I'm a lorry driver too. A little.
A little bit.
But that's not the most important thing about me. That's my day job. This is my dream.
You forgot to tell me.
Exactly. It's such a small part of my life. It's in the rear view mirror now. I'm climbing out of that hole with ingenuity.
Now, the next question is, do I ask him generally or do I try to squeeze him? Because I don't honestly think it's him. I mean, he definitely would, he probably is up for making a whole lot of profit, which probably includes being a part of the drug trade. He does like commerce. The problem is, the drug operation. He might not be. He might be, but he also might not be. And also, the source is the racist guy, so I don't really trust him.
Nothing. I told you.
Ugh.
I'm not a dumb guy. I don't get involved with that crowd.
And what crowd is that?
Crowd. You know, the drug crowd.
No, he wasn't talking about an abstract crowd. It was that crowd.
It wasn't a drug
Osher,
crowd,
please.
you know.
There's bad people doing bad things here. That's all I know. Please, don't get me into this mess. I spent 15 years working my way up.
Here we go. There's a tiny bit of truth on the table. Zoom in on it.
It's a she, okay? The other drivers call her the lady driver. You're better off staying away from her. The way they talk about her, she's no lady.
It is the woman.
Interesting. Could this driver be connected to the Hardy Boys?
I don't know. Maybe. If she is, I haven't gone near her. I don't get involved. I told you.
He's not ruling her out.
All of them. I don't know. I told you all I know. Are we cool now? I really want us to be cool now.
Who exactly is talking about this lady driver of yours? The racist or the other one with the tattoos?
All of them. Even the ones who've left. I don't hang out with them. I don't remember who has tattoos.
Yeah, Tommy Lahams is pretty... The tattoos are prominent.
I don't know. I'm not local. I don't know anything about that. Oh, All right. I scored. Let's cap this off with a purchase. You can walk away from here with funky sunglasses, detectives. Both of you. You deserve it.
Maybe. I mean, what do these do
Shine
again?
on these sunglasses lasts a lifetime, officer. 100% guaranteed.
You know, why not?
A good starter pair, officer. And when you're ready to upgrade, come back and see me.
These are all bored. Those UV stickers.
These are all...
It's just, I don't know, I might need electrochemistry. These these death-tinted shades come with an odd longing for self-destruction. They're ugly. You don't even need a mirror to know this. Describing them as futile. Better get a glass of wine. Oh, my timer. This wasn't very eventful, but wait, what is this again?
You keep coming back. That's good, officer. Keep browsing those clothes. Keep saving that economy.
Have to think about that. Bye.